This is Andrew Stotz of Stotz Investment Research, and I've been thinking, how many companies are listed on stock exchanges around the world? What do you think? Well, you can look at your own home exchange in the country that you're in, and we have something called home country bias, where people tend to only invest in the country that they're living in. So I did some work over the last couple of days to pull these numbers together. And it comes from a lot of different sources, and it's not perfectly up to date. That's a little bit hard to do, but it's as close as I can get. And if it's as close as I can get, it's probably as close as most people can get. Now, I used MSCI, which you'll see the link of the source at the bottom, which has a great description of different types of markets. And I used that as the starting point. And then I had to go through the internet and find from a lot of different places the information. So let's go through what I found. First of all, there's 47 major stock exchanges in the world. Yes, there's also a lot of others. For instance, what I learned is in India, there was more than 30 different regional exchanges, although almost all of those have been shut down, with the focus moving to the two leading exchanges in India. Now, the next thing is 7 of these 47 exchanges are in the Americas, meaning Latin America and also North America. 14 are in Asia Pacific, which I'm talking about all the way from New Zealand all the way up to Korea and the likes in Japan. And 26 are in Europe, Middle East, and Africa. That's a pretty big grouping. Now, the next thing that you'll see is that 23 stock exchanges are in developed countries and 24 are in emerging. In fact, one market is recently moving from frontier to emerging, and that is, do you know that market? MSCI is changing the classification of Pakistan. It's moving from frontier market to emerging market. Now, so here's the answer to the question. There are about 47,000 companies listed in those various 47 markets. Wow, 47,000 companies that we could value, that we could invest in. What a great opportunity. Well, wait a minute. Remember, a lot of those companies are small. It's hard to invest in small or tiny companies. But if we looked at it, we could probably find that about 20,000 of those companies, maybe 10,000, are clearly investable. And nowadays, we have global markets and we have global brokers and online trading that allows access to a lot of those stocks. So I think that it's time to question that home country bias a little bit and look outside. Now, the market capitalization of those 47,000 companies is about $72 trillion. Trillion dollars. Wow, that's amazing. A large amount of companies that are listed in these stock markets. And for me, since I love finance and I love valuation, that just gives a world of opportunity for valuing companies, but also for investing in companies. So let's get started.